Hello and welcome to this guided journey. You are a grand being of light right here, right now. Sit back and relax as I, Lisa Warner, take you on a journey inside yourself to the truth of who you are. You are a grand being of light. You are an angel in human form. You are not the form. You are not your body. You are the grand being of light and love that is animating the body. You are the essence of life itself. Without you, your body cannot function. Yet you function eternally, whether you have a physical form or not. You are not dependent upon your physical body. Your existence is not dependent upon your physical body. The existence of your physical body is dependent upon you. Do you see the difference? Can you notice the difference? Because it's very, very significant. Your ability to notice who you are is of paramount importance at this time on earth as we go through this massive awakening, the great shift on earth. It's a shift of consciousness. It's playing out as a shift of power. It is playing out as a shift into a new beginning for humanity and all life on earth as we end the old ways of war and destruction, and we start living in alignment with the truth of who we are. We start honoring ourselves and all life on earth. But we can't do that when we don't know who we are. While the veils of amnesia are still fully intact, we cannot know the truth of who we are. But recognizing the truth of who we are is actually simple when we allow it to be, when we take the time to notice. I am the life in the body. I am not the body. Notice the truth of this for yourself. I am a non-physical being. I am made of light and love. All of the particles of my body are made of light. Scientists can tell you the same thing when they use high power electron microscopes and they go all the way down to the molecular level. All they discover is light. We are beings of light, yet we have been living in a dark world. We have been living in opposite land, where we are peaceful beings. We have come to a planet that embraces war, where we are naturally joyful, creative beings. We have been turned into a society of stressed, depressed worker beings. This is not who we are. We have been convinced by beings that profit from our living life force energy. They harness our living life force energy and then they drain it from us because we don't know who we are. And we willingly give away our living life force energy when we believe that we are mere mortals, mere physical beings. We are not merely anything. We are grand beings of light. Can you recognize this in yourself? Who are you at the core of your being? What do you value at the core of your being? Do you value working hard? Or do you prefer to play? Do you value going to the doctor and fighting diseases? Or do you value being healthy? We've been taught to value things that we don't even enjoy, while we have been taught to overlook and ignore the things we truly value. Our ability to move freely about the planet, the ability to be happy, healthy, joyful, creative, filled with light and love. Simply notice what you have been taught to value. I value this job because it gives me health insurance and it gives me a 401k plan. I hate this job, but I need this job. I want this job. Really? Is this the way a grand being of light would express themselves? Or would a grand being of light choose differently? Is a grand being of light a victim or a creator? We have been convinced to be the opposite of who we are. We have been convinced that we're physical beings. We have become convinced that we need to work hard for a living, to earn a living, rather than simply living, rather than simply being the truth of who we are. We've been following sets of rules that make no sense. We have been coerced, tricked, bullied into doing things that make no sense, into doing things that drain our living life force energy. And as our living life force energy is drained from us, as we willingly give it away, as we allow it to be drained from us, our bodies show the signs. They start to quote unquote malfunction, but they're not malfunctioning. They're trying to get our attention. They're letting us know, hey, your living life force energy is being drained. Are you going to stop the leak? Are you going to pull yourself together? Are you going to bring all of your molecules back home to you? Are you going to notice who you are? Are you going to call your light back home to yourself? Are you going to stop allowing your living life force energy to be drained? Notice who you are as a grand being of light. Light means brightness. It means radiance. It means full of life. It means aliveness, vitality, creativity, joy, enthusiasm, excitement. This is the core essence of who you are. Feel into the words. Feel the energy behind the words. Notice how good it feels to feel alive, to feel filled with life, to feel filled with radiance and enthusiasm, vitality. This is who you actually are. You are this right here, right now. You may be expressing something different. You may be feeling something different. But don't mistake what you're feeling or expressing as being different for actually being unlike yourself. You cannot be not yourself. You can have the experience that says, I am not okay, I am lacking, I am stressed or depressed, but those are temporary experiences. They are not the core essence of who you are. You are a grand being of light, and there is nothing that can change that. You have free will. You get to have any experience you desire, any experience you choose. Unfortunately, for most of us, the experiences that we have been having that are not to our liking have actually been chosen for us. We wouldn't consciously choose to suffer. Yet, there are many, many, many ways in which we have been made to suffer because there are beings who have been profiting from our suffering. But that time is now rapidly coming to an end. These beings no longer have the ability to make us suffer. No one can make you suffer. When you know the truth of who you are, you be the truth of who you are. Why? Because it feels amazing to be you, the true you, the grand being of light and love you truly are. There is nothing in all of creation that feels better than that. Are you being the truth of who you are? Or have you been tricked into being less than? Have you been tricked into giving your living life force energy away? Have you allowed the darkness to dictate your reality? It's okay if that has happened because it has happened to every single being on this planet, not only humans. It has happened to the waters, the air, the trees, the animals, the fish, the earth itself. We have all been poisoned by the darkness. We have all been tricked by the dark magicians, the spell casters, the ones who have assumed authority where no authority was warranted. Simply notice how the time of darkness on this planet is at an end. The false authorities have no more authority. As we remember the truth of who we are, we stand strong in our own light and love. We do not need to be governed. We do not need to be told what to do. We do not need to be educated by the false matrix systems. The universe itself is the greatest school in all of creation. The earth, our bodies, the universe, they're all our teachers naturally. When we observe how the universe works, how creation works, creation itself teaches us. It becomes our mentor. And we start to realize the power we have to change things, the power we have to create more light and more love and more peace and more thriving, more community on this planet. We have the ability to create better lives for ourselves, happier, healthier, more prosperous life experiences for ourselves. But we must remember who we are. We must recognize that I am not this body. I am the living life force energy, the life, the love, the light that animates this body. As a being of light, I am not physical, yet I am having an experience in physical form. As I remember the light and the love I am, I remember the truth of my essence is what makes me feel amazing. Radiance, brilliance, love, kindness, caring, excitement, enthusiasm, aliveness. These are all qualities that I possess. These are intrinsic to who I am. The more I focus on who I truly am, the brighter my light gets, the more awake and aware I become. I pull myself back into alignment with the truth. I call all of my molecules back to me. All of the molecules that have gotten scattered all over creation, the molecules that have been drained from me. I call them all back. I call my light back to me. As I call my light back to me, I notice my angel wings unfurling. I notice that I am light. Who I am is not my body, but the living life force energy, the light, the love, and the life. This is who I am. And so it is.